Hello, YouTube, and today I'm reviewing a landing page from Productive Tom. So, Productive Tom says it's been 8 years working on the side project, and finally he hits the publish button. And he says if he didn't have a lot of success in the past when he would have spent time publishing his work. But this time he's starting fresh and he's gonna do it differently. So his feedback on the page here, benchmarkdb.com. And I guess let's see what the page is about. I've no idea. I've never loaded this before, so let's take a look. Okay, here we go. A clear and easy to use. Okay, what's this? Okay, so there's some text here. It's kind of hard to read on my screen. Clear and easy to use. I got results in 15 minutes that led to actionable improvements. So this is not very specific to what you're trying to sell. I mean, first of all, I have no idea what you're trying to sell. You're saying all-in-one toolkit to benchmark your performance. And then if I read this, it says clear and easy to use. I got results. Okay, what results? That led to actionable improvements. So you got tips, I guess. I mean, my point is that this lineup here kind of feels like, something you would read on like some BS marketing website. I think, you've been working on this for 8 years. You probably have much better insights into what people get out of your tool after 15 minutes. So for example, what are people actually trying to get out of this, right? So what are the main goals of people? Is it like being more organized? Is it being able to, I don't know, produce better videos? Like it could be anything. Want to know how you're actually performing versus how you think you're performing? Benchmarks can tell you. Plus, they'll help you find areas where you can make 10x performance improvements. All right, so you're basically comparing me, different types of apples, and I'm one of the apples, and then you're saying, yeah, so you're a Fuji apple, and you taste like this versus a lady apple that tastes like that, right? So here you give me some options. I can see how my Twitter account is performing, my YouTube channel. So that would be great. Like that's right for me. So I expect if I click this, it's gonna open a page and it's gonna tell me how and what you're gonna analyze in my YouTube channel. Let's see, I'm gonna click it. Okay. Let's face it, I got a little ahead of myself by listing some benchmarks I haven't completed yet. Please choose from the list of already completed benchmarks. Okay, cool. Let's see, how's my Twitter account? So I press Twitter account, and I guess it's loading. Okay, here we go. Twitter account performance benchmarks. $29. What do I get? Am I growing fast? How well am I doing? Is my reach? How are you following? So it's basically for everybody you get a PDF. So it's not a tool. So this is like a guide. So you're selling guides. Okay. Benchmark DB. Okay. Well, I guess you should say that. All-in-one guides that explain to you how you're doing by helping you analyze your performance from the data, from the raw data you have. And it should be like, hand in hand or like step by step processes, and you do the homework, etc. Okay, so there's an FAQ. So basically that's what's missing up here, right? Like people click and then they're like, why am I asked to download a PDF? And then they just, they drive away from it. They move away from the website. But instead, if you had explained some of this, so it says like first you collect some data, then you run the data through some formulas, which maybe you made it super easy through some Excel spreadsheets. I don't know. then you look for certain things, and then you help me understand what I'm reading, and then you give me some improvements. So here it says, it will take you 40 to 50 hours to collect the data and structure your analysis. If you pay yourself $100 an hour, that's $5,000. Wow. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I think these are very good points. I think that you just need to okay, remember when you make a landing page, you always want to talk about the problem that people are facing. So want to know how you're actually performing versus how you think you're performing, Benchmarks can tell you, okay, cool. So that's the problem. You've put it in really good terms. However, what you haven't done is telling me how I can actually do this. Like, if you know that this is a problem, how is your solution going to benefit me? You're not telling me any of this until I actually dig into and then figure out it's a guide, a PDF guide. So I think that's some actionable feedback there. Is like, show me exactly. Can you show me, for example? Okay, here's some advice, right? Like super simple things. Number one, can you show me an example of like a Twitter account that you've run some benchmarks on, and what does that whole process look like? Maybe it's a video, it could be a minute or two video, it could be a 10-minute video, it could be a testimonial from somebody saying, hey, I've used Tom's benchmark stuff and now I've got like 5,000 followers and I had 500 to begin with. Or you could also, so you can have a video, you have testimonials, or you can have screenshots, and you can just take some screenshots of the guide and blur out some of the data, and then it makes it look like there's actually a guide. That way, I don't have to click anything here to understand what I'm actually buying or signing into. All right, I think that's a good amount of info. If you work on these things, I'm thinking you're gonna have a lot more success with this landing page. Okay, so that's it.